can't believe you did this to me. I'm so heartbroken right now.
Heartbroken? Then explain these messages right here.
My wife's Instagram followers know more about my marriage than I do. That's the thought that hits me every morning when I watch Linda Foster, formerly Linda Martinez, now professionally known as Linda Lifestyle, pose with her coffee cup like it's the holy grail of morning beverages. "Sam, can you move? You're ruining my lighting," she says without looking up from her phone screen, where she's adjusting the ring light for the 15th time this morning. I'm Sam Foster, 37 years old, IT support specialist for a mid-sized insurance company in Denver. I fix computers for a living, which means I understand technology well enough to know when someone's hiding something on their devices. And Linda? She's been hiding plenty. "Good morning to you too, sweetheart," I mutter, grabbing my own coffee, the regular kind that doesn't require a photo shoot. Linda's been building her influencer brand for 2 years now. Started with fitness posts, moved into lifestyle content, and now she's got 43,000 followers who hang on her every word about morning routines, skincare, and relationship advice. The irony of that last part isn't lost on me. "I'm doing a collaboration today with Erik," she announces, still not making eye contact. "We're filming at his gym." Erik Talbot. 29 years old, personal trainer, owns a boutique fitness studio called FlexFit downtown. Perfectly sculpted jaw, perfectly sculpted everything else, and a perfectly sculpted social media presence with twice Linda's followers. I've been hearing his name a lot lately. "Another brand partnership?" I ask, though I already know the answer. "It's business, Sam. You wouldn't understand." There it is, the dismissive tone that's become her default setting when talking to me. 6 months ago, she used to explain her projects, excited to share her growing success. Now I get treated like I'm too simple to grasp the complexities of taking pictures with protein shakes. I head to my home office, the second bedroom that Linda converted into her content creation space, before deciding she needed natural lighting and taking over the living room instead. My desk is crammed into the corner now, surrounded by ring lights, camera tripods, and boxes of products that companies send her for free. My computer chimes with a work notification. Another server issue at the office. I'm good at my job, good at solving problems, good at seeing patterns that others miss. It's a skill that's serving me well lately, just not in the way I expected. Linda's been staying out late 3 nights a week, always gym-related, always with Erik. Her phone is password protected now, which is new. She used to leave it lying around, trusting me completely. Now she takes it to the bathroom with her. Last week I noticed she'd changed her Netflix password. Small thing, but we've shared that account for 4 years. When I asked about it, she said she needed better security for her brand partnerships. Right. "I'll be back around 8, Linda calls out, already heading for the door. "Don't wait up." It's 10 in the morning. After she leaves, I do what any reasonable IT professional would do when something doesn't add up. I investigate. Our home Wi-Fi router keeps logs of all connected devices and their activity. Linda doesn't know this because Linda thinks technology is just magic that makes her phone work. The logs tell an interesting story. Late-night video calls to Erik's number. Lots of them. Hours-long sessions that definitely aren't about fitness routines, unless those routines happen at midnight and involve a lot of data transfer. My phone buzzes. Text from my best friend Nate. "Beer tonight? You sound like you need it." Nate Wilson works construction, drinks beer like it's a food group, and has the social awareness of a brick. He's also the most loyal friend I've ever had, which means he's probably noticed things about Linda that he's too polite to mention. I'm about to text him back when I hear Linda's voice coming from the living room. Loud, animated, performing. She must have started a live stream before leaving. I walk over and see her phone propped on the kitchen counter, still broadcasting to her followers. The comments are rolling in fast. "Where's Sam? Is your husband cute? Relationship goals." If they only knew. Linda's talking about her morning routine, her skincare regimen, her upcoming collaboration with an amazing fitness influencer. The comments keep coming, and I notice something that makes my stomach drop. OMG, Linda, you and Erik would be such a cute couple. When are you going to leave your boring husband for Erik? We all know you're upgrading soon, Linda laughs, actually laughs at these comments. You guys are so bad, she says, but she's smiling. I can't help it if Erik and I have amazing chemistry on camera. Chemistry. On camera. I grab my laptop and start digging deeper into those router logs. If Linda wants to play games with technology, she picked the wrong husband to mess with. I've been fixing computers since she was learning how to take selfies. Before we dive deeper into this story, I have one small request. Please subscribe, drop a like, comment, and hit that hype button to boost this channel so more people can discover these incredible Reddit stories. What I find makes everything clear. Linda's been backing up her phone to our shared cloud storage automatically. Every photo, every message, every late-night video call with Erik gets saved to a folder that she forgot I have access to. The photos are exactly what you'd expect. The messages are worse. Months of conversations about me, how boring I am, how she's outgrown our marriage, how she's planning to make a change soon. Erik encouraging her, telling her she deserves better, suggesting they should go public with their relationship. There's a video message from 3 days ago that stops me cold. Linda, in our bedroom, talking to Erik. I'm going to end things with Sam this week. I want to do it on my live stream, make it part of my content. My followers love drama, and this will get me so much engagement. She's planning to dump me on Instagram Live for content. I sit back in my chair, processing this information. 6 years of marriage, and she wants to end it as a social media stunt for engagement metrics. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Nate. Seriously, you okay? You've been weird lately. I'm about to respond when I hear Linda's key in the door. She's back early, and she's not alone. I can hear Erik's voice, that smooth trainer tone he uses in his workout videos. The lighting in here is perfect, he's saying. We should definitely film the announcement here. The announcement. I close my laptop and walk to the living room. Linda's setting up her ring light again, and Erik's adjusting the camera angle on her phone. He's exactly what you'd picture. 6'2", perfectly styled hair, wearing a tank top that probably costs more than my monthly car payment. Oh, hey Sam, Linda says, like I'm an unexpected guest in my own home. Erik and I are going to film some content. What kind of content? I ask, though I already know. Erik grins at me with the kind of confidence that comes from having perfect abs and 40,000 Instagram followers. Just some lifestyle stuff. Relationship content is really trending right now. Relationship content, with my wife, in my living room. That sounds great, I say, and I mean it. Mind if I stick around to watch? Linda and Erik exchange a look. They weren't expecting an audience for this, at least not an audience that could talk back. Actually, Linda says, we need privacy for this. It's kind of personal. Personal. She wants privacy to dump me on the internet. No problem, I tell them. I'll just be in the office if you need anything. I walk away, but I don't go to the office. Instead, I grab my own phone and open Instagram. Linda's about to go live and I want a front row seat for this performance. The notification pops up. A Linda lifestyle is going live. I tap to join just as Linda's face fills the screen. Erik sitting next to her on our couch, close enough that their shoulders are touching. The viewer count is climbing fast, 200, 500, 800 people tuning in to watch my marriage end. Hey everyone! Linda's voice has that artificial enthusiasm she uses for her audience. I have some really important news to share with you all today, and I wanted Erik here for support. The comments are already going crazy. OMG, is this happening? Finally, we've been waiting for this. Poor Sam lol. You go, girl. Upgrade time. Linda takes a deep breath, performing vulnerability for the camera. This is really hard for me to say, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about my life, my growth, my journey. I'm watching my wife rehearse our divorce like it's a product launch. The viewer count hits 1,200. I've realized that I've outgrown my current relationship. Sam is a great guy, but we're just not compatible anymore. I need someone who understands my ambitions, my brand, my vision for the future. Erik puts his hand on her shoulder. You deserve to be happy, Linda. Your followers can see how much you've grown. The comments are a mix of support for Linda and mockery directed at me. Sam seemed boring anyway. Erik is such an upgrade. This is the best live stream ever. Relationship goals. Finally. Linda's building up to the big moment. So I've decided I'm ending my marriage. Today. Right now. I want all of you to be part of this moment because you've been such an important part of my journey. 1,200 people watching my wife dump me for an Instagram story. This is my life now. But here's the thing about being in IT. You learn to think 3 steps ahead. While Linda was planning her big social media moment, I was planning something too. I walk back into the living room, coffee in hand, just as Linda's working up the courage to deliver her final line. Sam, she says, startled. I thought you were in the office. Just getting some coffee, I say calmly. Don't mind me. The comments explode. OMG, he's here. This is awkward. Say it to his face, Linda. Linda looks at Erik, then at the camera, then at me. 1,200 people waiting for the show to continue. Actually, Sam, since you're here, we need to talk. I take a sip of my coffee and smile at the camera. Sure thing, honey. But first, did you know that our Wi-Fi router keeps logs of all the devices connected to it, including automatic cloud backups of photos and messages? Linda's face goes pale. Erik's hand drops from her shoulder. The comments are confused now. What's he talking about? This is getting weird. Plot twist. I pull out my phone and show Linda the screen. Her message thread with Erik, the photos, the videos, all of it queued up and ready to share. Funny thing about technology, I continue, still smiling at her live audience. It keeps track of everything. Every late-night video call, every photo you thought was private, every message about your boring husband and your plans to dump him for content. Linda reaches for her phone, but I'm faster. Years of fixing computers has given me quick reflexes with technology. The thing is, Linda, if you want to make our relationship public content, I think your followers deserve the whole story, not just the edited version. Erik stands up. Dude, this is between you and your wife. No, I say, looking directly at Linda's camera. Apparently, it's between me, my wife, and 1,200 strangers on the internet. Isn't that right, Linda? The viewer count is climbing. 1,500 now. Drama brings engagement, and this is about to be the most dramatic thing Linda's ever posted. Sam, please, Linda whispers, but she doesn't end the live stream. Even now, even caught, she won't give up the audience. I look at her phone, at all those comments, at all those people who think they know our story. Tell you what, Linda, since you want to do this live, let's really do it live. No scripts, no editing, just the truth. Your followers deserve that, don't you think? Linda's staring at me like she's never seen me before. Maybe she hasn't. Maybe the boring husband she married is about to surprise her. The comments are going insane now. What is happening? This is better than TV. Sam's not boring after all. Drama! I set my coffee down and look directly into Linda's camera. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam, Linda's soon-to-be ex-husband. Thanks for joining us for what I like to call How to End a Marriage in Real Time. Should be educational for everyone involved. Linda finally moves, reaching for her phone to end the stream, but I catch her wrist gently. Now, Linda. You wanted to make this public. Let's make it really public. The viewer count hits 2,000, and I can see Linda's internal struggle playing out on her face. End the stream and lose the biggest audience she's ever had. or let this play out and risk whatever I'm about to reveal. Greed wins. It always does with Linda. "Sam, you're being ridiculous," she says, trying to regain control. "Everyone, my husband is having some kind of breakdown. Maybe we should—" "Breakdown?" I laugh, and it feels good. "Linda, I'm an IT professional. I don't have breakdowns, I have revelations. And boy, do I have some revelations for your followers." Erik's shifting uncomfortably, probably realizing that his perfect Instagram moment is about to become something very different. "First revelation," I continue, addressing the camera like I'm hosting my own show. "Your favorite lifestyle influencer has been planning this dramatic breakup for weeks. Not because she's unhappy, but because she thinks divorce content will get her more followers." I hold up my phone, showing the message thread. Should I read some of these messages out loud? I think your audience would find them interesting. "You can't do that," Linda snaps. "Those are private." "Private?" I raise an eyebrow. "You mean like how you privately told Erik that you were going to destroy that boring loser on camera? Or how you privately planned to change the locks on our apartment while streaming it live?" The comments are moving too fast to read now. "Receipts." "Linda, what? This is insane." "Team Sam." Erik finally speaks up. "Look, man, this is getting out of hand. Maybe we should all take a step back." "Oh, Erik!" I turn to him with genuine enthusiasm. "I'm so glad you're here. Linda's followers should know about you too. Did you know Erik here has been coaching Linda on how to maximize the drama for better engagement? He's not just her fitness trainer, folks. He's her drama consultant." Erik's perfect jawline tightens. "That's not what happened." "No? Let me check my notes." I scroll through the messages on my phone. Here's a good one. Erik to Linda 3 days ago. "Make sure you film his reaction when you tell him. Shocked husband content always goes viral." Linda lunges for my phone, but I step back smoothly. Years of dodging her dramatic gestures have made me surprisingly agile. "The best part," I continue, "is that Linda was planning to change the locks on our apartment today. Live on camera. Except there's one tiny problem with that plan." I pause for dramatic effect. Linda's eyes are wide now, probably realizing she never actually checked the legal details of her grand gesture. "Linda's not on the lease." The silence in the room is deafening, but the comments are exploding. "Plot twist." "Wait, what?" "Linda's homeless." "This keeps getting better." Linda's face cycles through confusion, anger, and panic. "What do you mean I'm not on the lease?" "I mean exactly that. When we moved in 2 years ago, you said handling the paperwork was boring, and you were too busy building your brand. So I signed the lease. Just me. You're not legally entitled to be here, and you definitely can't change the locks." Erik looks like he wants to disappear into our couch cushions. This wasn't part of their plan. But I live here," Linda sputters. "You live here because I let you live here. But if you want to dramatically end our marriage on social media, well, that changes things, doesn't it?" I walk over to the landline phone. Yes, we still have one because the building requires it. And dial building security. "Hi, Mrs. Chen. It's Sam Foster in 4B. I need to report an unauthorized person in my apartment who's refusing to leave." "Yes, I'll hold." Linda's staring at me like I've grown a second head. "You can't be serious." "Serious? You want to make this a public spectacle? Let's make it a real spectacle." The viewer count is approaching 3,000 now, Linda's biggest audience ever, and it's for all the wrong reasons. "Everyone," I address the camera again, "you're about to witness something unprecedented in influencer history, a live eviction. Make sure to like and subscribe, I guess." Mrs. Chen's voice comes through the phone speaker, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Mr. Foster, we'll be right up. Do you need us to contact the police as well?" "That won't be necessary, Mrs. Chen. Just building security should handle it." Linda finally snaps. "You bastard! You can't do this to me. I have nowhere to go." "Sure you do," I say calmly. "Erik's place, or your sister's, or any of those followers who think you're so amazing." I'm sure someone will take you in. Erik stands up quickly. Actually, Linda, my place is really small, and I have roommates. Wow, Erik, I interrupt. Such a supportive boyfriend, really standing by your woman in her time of need. The comments are roasting Erik alive now. Fake boyfriend. Erik's a coward. Stand by your girl. This is pathetic. There's a knock at the door. Mrs. Chen works fast. That'll be security, I announce to Linda's audience. This is where things get interesting. I open the door to find Mrs. Chen, a small but fierce woman in her 50s who's been the building's head of security for a decade. Behind her is Marcus, the afternoon security guard, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. Mr. Foster, Mrs. Chen says professionally, you reported an unauthorized person refusing to leave your apartment? That's correct. My wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, is attempting to take over my apartment without legal authority. She's also broadcasting this entire situation to 3,000 people on social media. Mrs. Chen looks at Linda's phone, still streaming, then at Linda and Erik on the couch. Ma'am, are you on the lease for this apartment? Linda opens her mouth, closes it, then looks at Erik for help. He's suddenly very interested in his sneakers. I live here, Linda finally says. This is my home. That's not what I asked. Are you on the lease? No, but then you're a guest of the leaseholder. If the leaseholder asks you to leave, you need to leave. The comments are going absolutely wild. Security! Security! This is the best content ever. Linda's getting evicted live. I can't stop watching. Linda looks at the camera, then at Mrs. Chen, then at me. Sam, please don't do this. We can work this out. We could have worked it out, I agree. But you chose to handle our relationship problems in front of 3,000 strangers. So now 3,000 strangers get to watch you leave. Mrs. Chen steps forward. Ma'am, I need you to gather your immediate belongings and vacate the apartment. You have 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Linda shrieks. I can't pack my entire life in 15 minutes. You can come back later with the leaseholder's permission to collect the rest of your belongings, Mrs. Chen explains patiently. But right now, you need to leave. Erik finally shows some backbone. This is messed up, Sam. You can't just throw her out like this. I'm not throwing her out, I correct him. I'm responding to her public declaration that our marriage is over and her stated intention to change the locks on my apartment. She made this choice, Erik. I'm just helping her follow through. Linda grabs her phone, trying to end the stream, but her hands are shaking too much to hit the right button. Don't end it now, Linda, I say. Your followers are loving this. Look at that viewer count. 4,000 people. This is the most engagement you've ever gotten. I hate you, she whispers, but she doesn't end the stream. Mrs. Chen checks her watch. 14 minutes, ma'am. Linda runs to the bedroom, Erik following behind her. I can hear her throwing things into bags, cursing loudly enough for the microphone to pick up every word. I address the camera one more time. Well, folks, this has been educational for everyone. Remember, if you're going to end a relationship for social media content, maybe check the lease agreement first. Basic life skills, people. The comments are a mix of support for me and shock at the whole situation. Sam is savage. Linda deserved this. This is crazy. Best live stream ever. Poor Linda, though. Team Sam all the way. Linda comes back with 2 hastily packed bags and tears streaming down her face. For a moment, I almost feel bad for her. Almost. This isn't over, Sam, she says, looking directly at me instead of the camera for the first time all day. You're right, I agree. You'll need to come back for the rest of your stuff. But next time, maybe call first? Mrs. Chen escorts Linda and Erik toward the door. Linda pauses at the threshold, looking back at her phone still propped on the kitchen counter. My stream, she says weakly. Oh, right. I walk over and pick up her phone, addressing her audience one final time. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Real Housewives of Denver, or something like that. Linda will be back with more content soon, I'm sure. Probably from Erik's place, if his roommates are okay with it. I end the stream. The apartment is suddenly, blissfully quiet. Mrs. Chen and Marcus are gone. Linda and Erik are gone. And I'm alone with my coffee and the wreckage of my marriage scattered across social media. My phone starts buzzing immediately. Text messages, missed calls, notifications from social media platforms I didn't even know I was on. The video is already being shared, clipped, and turned into memes. I pour myself a fresh cup of coffee and sit down at my computer. Time to see what the internet thinks of my performance. The clips are everywhere. Husband evicts wife live on Instagram. It guy destroys influencer wife. Most savage divorce ever caught on camera. My favorite comment so far: this man just taught a masterclass in how to handle cheaters. Take notes, people. But I know Linda, and I know she's not done. This was just round one. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing for 3 hours. Apparently, humiliating your influencer wife on her own live stream is the kind of content that breaks the internet. Who knew? I'm scrolling through the comments on various reposts of Linda's epic meltdown when my doorbell rings. Through the peephole, I see Nate holding a 6-pack of beer and grinning like he just won the lottery. "Dude," he says the moment I open the door, "you're famous." Great. Just what I always wanted. Nate pushes past me into the apartment, looking around like he's expecting camera crews. I saw the whole thing. Jenny showed me at lunch. Apparently it's all over Facebook now too. You absolutely destroyed her. Jenny is Nate's wife, a sweet woman who's never liked Linda but was too polite to say anything. I'm guessing that politeness just went out the window. It wasn't exactly planned, I tell him, cracking open one of his beers. The hell it wasn't. That was surgical, Sam. You knew about the lease thing. You had all those messages ready. You called security at the perfect moment. That was a masterpiece of revenge. Maybe he's right. Maybe some part of me has been planning this moment since I first found those messages between Linda and Erik. So what happens now? Nate asks, settling onto the couch where Linda delivered her dramatic breakup speech just hours ago. Now? Now Linda regroups and comes back swinging. She's not going to let this stand. As if summoned by my words, my phone rings. Unknown number. Sam Foster, I answer. You son of a... Linda's voice is shaking with rage. You destroyed me. Do you know what you've done? I responded proportionally to your public humiliation attempt. How's Erik's place working out for you? Erik's... That's not important. What's important is that you just ruined my career. My sponsors are dropping me. My follower count is tanking. People are calling me a cheater and a fraud. Well, I say, putting the phone on speaker so Nate can enjoy this. You are a cheater. The fraud part is debatable, I guess. This isn't over, Sam. I'm going to make you pay for this. Looking forward to it. But maybe next time, don't broadcast your threats to someone who records all his phone calls for work purposes. IT security protocols, you know? The line goes quiet for a moment. Linda's learning that her boring tech husband might be more dangerous than she thought. I'll be back for my things, she finally says. Just call first. Building security is very strict about unauthorized visitors now. She hangs up, and Nate raises his beer in a toast. To Sam Foster, the most savage man in Denver. We drink to that, but I know this is just the beginning. Linda's not the type to accept defeat gracefully, and she's got nothing left to lose now. I'm proven right the next morning when I wake up to my smart home system going haywire. Lights flashing, music blasting, thermostat cranking the heat to 90 degrees. My phone is buzzing with alerts from every connected device in the apartment. Linda still has access to our shared smart home app. I stumble to my laptop, squinting in the strobing lights, and start the process of changing every password and kicking Linda out of every system. But the damage is already done. My upstairs neighbor is pounding on the floor, and I can hear Mrs. Chen's voice in the hallway asking if everything is okay. By the time I get everything shut down, I'm sweating, exhausted, and thoroughly impressed. Linda might not understand technology, but she's learning fast. My work phone rings. My boss, Janet. "Sam, what the hell is going on? I've got 3 people calling me about some viral video with your name in it, and now Mrs. Patterson in accounting is saying your apartment was having some kind of rave at 6 in the morning. Mrs. Patterson lives in my building. Of course she does. Technical difficulties, Janet, all sorted out now. Technical difficulties don't usually involve evicting people on Instagram, Sam. We need to talk. My office, 9 a.m. She hangs up, and I realize Linda's counterattack is already working. She can't destroy me directly, so she's going after my job, my reputation, my stability. Smart girl. I married a smart girl, but I'm smarter. At work, Janet's talk is exactly what I expected. The company is concerned about my online presence and how it might reflect on their brand. They're not firing me, but they're watching me closely. One more incident, and I'm out. Linda's playing a long game now. Chip away at my life piece by piece until I'm the one left with nothing. My phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. Check your email. A friend. The email contains screenshots from Linda's private Instagram story, the one only her close friends can see. She's painting herself as an abuse victim, claiming I've been controlling and manipulative throughout our marriage. She's got photos of the apartment after she left, making it look like I destroyed her belongings. She's even got a video of herself crying, talking about how scared she is to be alone. It's a masterpiece of manipulation, and it's working. The comments are full of support for her and condemnation for me. But here's the thing about being in IT. You learn to document everything. And I've been documenting Linda's behavior for months. I spend my lunch break putting together a response. Not an angry rant or a defensive explanation. Something better. A timeline. Screenshots of Linda's messages about planning the breakup for content. Photos of our apartment before she left, showing that nothing was damaged. Bank records showing that Linda spent $3,000 on clothes and makeup in the past month while I paid all our bills. Text messages where she brags to her friends about playing the victim for sympathy followers. I don't post it immediately. Instead, I do something Linda would never expect. I wait. That evening, Linda goes live again. She's at her sister's house now, looking perfectly made up despite her claims of being traumatized. She tells her story to a sympathetic audience, painting me as a controlling monster who trapped her in an abusive relationship. I was so scared to leave, she says, dabbing at her eyes with a tissue. Sam controlled everything, the money, the apartment, even my social media. When I finally found the courage to end things, he humiliated me in front of thousands of people. The comments are eating it up. You're so brave, Linda. Sam is a psychopath. Press charges. You deserve better. She's got her audience back, and they're angrier than ever. At me. That's when I make my move. I go live on my own Instagram account, the one I barely use with maybe 50 followers. But I know Linda's watching, and I know her followers will find me soon enough. Hi, everyone, I say, sitting in my quiet apartment with a cup of coffee. I'm Sam Foster, and I think it's time to set the record straight. Within minutes, viewers start flooding in. Linda's followers, curious strangers, people who saw the original video. The viewer count climbs past 500, then 1,000. I've been watching my ex-wife's recent content, and I have to say, she's gotten very creative with the truth, so I thought I'd share some facts. I start with the timeline, methodically laying out Linda's own words about planning our breakup for content. I show the bank records, the spending patterns, the messages where she calls me boring and useful in the same conversation. This is Linda planning our divorce 6 weeks ago, I say, reading from her messages to Erik. Quote, I need to make this dramatic enough to go viral. Boring divorces don't get engagement. The comments are shifting. Wait, what? She planned this? Those are fake. Show more proof. So I do. Hours of screenshots, weeks of evidence, all of Linda's own words condemning her. By the time I'm done, even her most loyal followers are starting to question her story. But the best part comes at the end. Linda claims I controlled her social media, I say. But here's something interesting. Linda's been buying fake followers for months. Want to see the receipts? I share screenshots of Linda's payments to bot farms, services that sell fake engagement, companies that manufacture artificial popularity. Thousands of dollars spent on fake followers, fake likes, fake comments. So when Linda talks about her loyal community, remember that about 30% of that community isn't real, just like her story about our marriage. The viewer count hits 3,000, almost as many as Linda's original breakup stream. The comments are brutal now, even from her former supporters. Linda's a fraud. Fake followers explains everything. Sam has receipts for days. This is embarrassing for her. I end the stream with a simple message. I don't want sympathy, and I don't want revenge. I just want the truth out there. Linda made our relationship public, so the public deserves to know the real story. Within an hour, my video is being shared everywhere. The narrative has flipped completely. Linda goes from victim to villain in real time, and there's nothing she can do to stop it. My phone rings. Linda again. How could you do this to me? She's crying now, real tears this time. You've destroyed everything I worked for. I didn't destroy anything, Linda. I just showed people what you actually said and did. If that destroys your career, maybe your career was built on the wrong foundation. I have nothing left, Sam. Nothing. For a moment, I feel that familiar urge to comfort her, to fix her problems like I always did during our marriage. But then I remember her laughing at those comments about leaving her boring husband, her planning to humiliate me for content, her complete lack of remorse until she got caught. You have exactly what you chose, Linda. You chose Erik over me, drama over stability, fake followers over real relationships. These are the consequences of those choices. Please, Sam, I'll do anything. I'll tell everyone the truth. I'll apologize publicly. You'll what? Put on another performance? Create more content? Linda, the problem isn't what you did to me. The problem is that you don't understand why it was wrong. She's quiet for a long moment. What do you want from me? She finally asks. Nothing, I tell her, and I mean it. I don't want anything from you anymore, that's the point. I hang up and block her number. It's time to move on. But Linda, apparently, has other plans. 3 days of peace. That's all I got before Linda's final gambit began. It starts with my car. I come down to the parking garage Monday morning to find my windshield covered in pink flyers. Cheater, in big red letters, with my photo and a QR code linking to Linda's tell-all video about our marriage. She's gone old school. Physical harassment in the real world. I peel the flyers off my windshield, noting the professional printing job. Linda's spending money she doesn't have on this revenge campaign. The flyers are on every car in the garage, which means she either snuck in here at night or convinced someone to let her in. My phone buzzes with a text from Nate. Dude, Linda's outside my work with a sign. Jenny's taking pictures. The pictures arrive 30 seconds later. Linda standing outside Nate's construction site with a poster board reading, Sam Foster is an abuser. Ask me how I know, with her Instagram handle prominently displayed. She's picketing my friend's workplace. This is escalating fast. I call Nate. Is she bothering your crew? Not really. Most of the guys think she's crazy, but the foreman's getting annoyed. Says if she doesn't leave soon, he's calling the cops. Let him call them. Linda's about to learn about harassment laws. But Linda's smarter than that. By the time the police arrive, she's gone, leaving only her sign and a stack of those same pink flyers. My workday is interrupted by 3 different people asking if I'm that guy from the internet. Apparently, Linda's campaign is working. She's making my life uncomfortable, one public embarrassment at a time. The real escalation comes that evening. I'm at the grocery store, minding my own business in the cereal aisle, when I hear a familiar voice behind me. "That's him! That's the guy I was telling you about!" I turn to see Linda with her sister Rachel and two women I don't recognize. They're all staring at me like I'm some kind of dangerous criminal. "Sam Foster," Linda announces loudly enough for half the store to hear. "The man who threw his wife out on the street and humiliated her online." Other shoppers are starting to stare. Some are pulling out phones. Linda's creating another scene, but this time she's controlling the narrative from the start. "Ladies," I say calmly, "I think there's been some confusion." "No confusion," Rachel snaps. She's never liked me, and now she has an excuse to show it publicly. "We all saw what you did to Linda, throwing her out like garbage, embarrassing her in front of thousands of people." "Linda chose to end our marriage on social media," I reply, keeping my voice level. "I just made sure her audience got the whole story." "Liar!" one of Linda's friends shouts. "Linda showed us the messages. You threatened her, controlled her, made her afraid to leave." I look at Linda, who's standing behind her little army with a satisfied smile. She's rewritten history completely, and these women believe every word. "Linda," I say directly to her, "you know that's not true." "I know you're dangerous," she replies, loud enough for everyone to hear. "I know I'm afraid of what you might do next." She's baiting me, trying to get a reaction she can film and share. But I've learned a few things about performance myself lately. I pull out my phone and start recording. "For the record," I say, addressing my camera while Linda's group watches in confusion. "It's Monday, November 18th, approximately 7 p.m. I'm at King Soopers on Colfax, trying to buy groceries, when my ex-wife, Linda Foster, and several of her friends approached me and began making false accusations of abuse and threats." "Stop filming us," Rachel demands. "Public place, public conversation," I reply. "Linda, since you're here, would you like to explain to everyone why you were caught on camera planning our divorce as a social media stunt?" Linda's confident expression wavers. She wasn't expecting me to go on the offensive. "Or maybe you'd like to discuss the $3,000 you spent on clothes last month while I paid our rent. That's financial abuse, by the way. Look it up." "You're twisting everything," Linda shouts, but she's backing away now. "Am I? Because I have screenshots of you calling me boring but useful in the same conversation where you plan to dump me for content. Want me to read them out loud?" Linda's friends are looking at her with confusion now. This isn't the story they heard. "Linda told us you controlled all her money," one of them says uncertainly. "Linda never worked a regular job in her life," I reply. "I paid for everything while she built her influencer career. Check the bank records if you don't believe me." Linda grabs her sister's arm. "We're leaving." "Good idea," I agree. "But Linda, next time you want to ambush me in public, maybe make sure your story holds up to basic questions first." They retreat toward the store exit, and I finish my shopping in peace. But I know this isn't over. Linda's getting desperate, which makes her dangerous. That night, I do some research on Linda's new living situation. She's been staying with Rachel, but according to Rachel's social media posts, that arrangement is temporary and getting complicated. Linda needs money, and she needs it fast. She's also been tagging Erik in posts again, but he's not responding. Apparently, their relationship didn't survive the public humiliation any better than ours did. The next morning, I wake up to find my car vandalized. Not destroyed, just decorated. Pink spray paint spelling "liar" across the driver's side door. More flyers under the windshield wipers. A bag of dog waste on the hood. Linda's getting creative. I document everything with photos, then call the police to file a vandalism report. The responding officer, a tired-looking woman in her 40s, takes my statement with professional detachment. "Any idea who might have done this?" she asks. I show her the flyers with Linda's Instagram handle prominently displayed. Just a hunch. We'll add it to the report. You might want to consider a restraining order if this continues. A restraining order. The nuclear option. But Linda's forcing my hand. That afternoon, I'm walking back from lunch when I spot Linda's car parked across from my office building. She's sitting in the driver's seat, watching the entrance like some kind of private investigator. I walk over and tap on her window. She jumps, startled, then rolls down the window with obvious reluctance. Stalking is illegal in Colorado, I tell her conversationally. I'm not stalking anyone. This is a public street. You're surveilling my workplace after vandalizing my car. That's stalking, Linda. She glares at me with pure hatred. You destroyed my life, Sam. Everything I worked for, gone. My sponsors, my followers, my income, all gone because of you. Your followers were fake. Your sponsors dropped you because you lied to them, and your income was built on fraud. I didn't destroy your life, Linda. I just showed people what it actually looked like. I loved you, she says, and for a moment she sounds like the woman I married. I really did love you, Sam. No, you didn't. You loved what I provided. Stability, financial security, someone to handle the boring parts of life while you played influencer. You never loved me, Linda. You loved the lifestyle I made possible. She stares at me for a long moment, then starts her car. This isn't over, she says. Yes, it is. You just haven't accepted it yet. She drives away, but I know she'll be back. Linda doesn't give up easily, and she's got nothing left to lose now. That evening, I make a decision. I'm tired of being reactive, tired of waiting for Linda's next move. It's time to end this permanently. I start by gathering every piece of evidence I have. The harassment, the vandalism, the stalking, the false accusations. Then I research Colorado's harassment laws and restraining order procedures. But I also do something else. I start looking into Linda's new life, her desperate attempts to rebuild her career, her increasingly erratic behavior. What I find is illuminating. Linda's been reaching out to other influencers, trying to collaborate. But word has spread about her fake followers and manufactured drama. No one wants to work with her. She's also been applying for regular jobs, but her complete lack of work experience and her viral infamy are making that impossible. Linda's trapped in a corner of her own making, and cornered animals are dangerous. My phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. Check Linda's Instagram. She's live and talking about you. A friend. I open Instagram to find Linda broadcasting from what looks like a bar, clearly intoxicated, ranting about our marriage to an audience of maybe 200 people. Sam thinks he won, she slurs into her phone. But I know things about him, things that would destroy his precious reputation. The comments are a mix of concern and mockery. Linda, you're drunk. This is sad to watch. What things? Get help, girl. Sam ruined you. Linda leans closer to her phone, her eyes unfocused but determined. Sam's not the boring, nice guy he pretends to be. I have proof, videos, messages, things that would shock you. She's bluffing. She has to be. But doubt creeps in anyway. Tomorrow, Linda continues, I'm going to show everyone who Sam Foster really is, and then we'll see who's laughing. The stream ends abruptly, leaving me staring at a blank screen and wondering what Linda thinks she has on me. My phone rings. Nate. Please tell me you didn't do anything stupid during your marriage, he says without preamble. Define stupid. The kind of stupid that Linda could use against you. I think back through 6 years of marriage, looking for ammunition Linda might have gathered. Arguments, yes. Moments of frustration, absolutely. But nothing that would justify her claims of abuse or control. I don't think so, I tell Nate, but Linda's desperate enough to manufacture evidence if she needs to. What are you going to do? End this, I say. Permanently. Linda's threat turns out to be a dud. Her shocking evidence, is a video of me raising my voice during an argument about her spending habits 6 months ago. In the video, I'm clearly frustrated, but not threatening, not abusive, just tired of being the only adult in our relationship. She posts it with the caption, "This is what living with Sam Foster was really like. Constant anger, constant control." The comments are not what she expected. "That's it? He sounds annoyed, not abusive. Girl, this makes you look worse, not him. You recorded your husband during a private argument? That's weird. This is reaching. Linda, you need to stop." Even her supporters are getting tired of the drama. Her follower count continues to drop, and the few sponsors she had left quietly disappear. But Linda's not done. She never is. I'm at work Thursday morning when Janet calls me into her office again. This time she's not alone. HR is there, along with the company's legal counsel. "Sam," Janet begins carefully, "we've received some concerning communications about you." My stomach drops. What kind of communications? The lawyer slides a printed email across the desk. It's from Linda, sent to my company's general contact address, claiming that I've been using company resources to harass her online. She's attached screenshots of my live stream where I exposed her fake followers, claiming it was created during work hours using company equipment. It's a lie, but it's a clever lie. The timestamps on the screenshots have been altered to make it look like I was streaming during my lunch break from my work computer. "This is fabricated," I tell them. "I can prove I was at home when I made that video." "We'd like to believe that, Sam," the HR representative says, "but we have to investigate any claims involving company resources. They're suspending me pending investigation, with pay, but still. Linda found a way to attack my job after all. I clean out my desk under the watchful eyes of security, feeling like a criminal. My coworkers avoid eye contact, probably assuming I did something terrible. In the parking garage, I find another surprise. Linda's car is there again, but this time she's not in it. Instead, there's a note under my windshield wiper. "We need to talk. Coffee shop on 16th Street, 3 p.m. Come alone, or I release the real videos." L. Real videos. What is she talking about? Against my better judgment, I drive to the coffee shop. Linda's already there, sitting in a corner booth, looking more put together than she has in weeks. She's got her phone on the table, recording. "Turn that off," I say as I sit down. "No, I want everything documented from now on." "Fine. What do you want, Linda?" She slides a tablet across the table. On the screen is a video I don't recognize at first. Then I realize what I'm looking at. It's me in our apartment, but the timestamp says I was supposed to be at work. The video shows me going through Linda's things, looking at her phone, checking her computer. "Hidden camera," Linda explains. "I installed it months ago when I started suspecting you were spying on me. The irony would be funny if it weren't so damaging. Linda was recording me while cheating on me, and now she's using that footage to make me look like the villain. This proves you were stalking me, violating my privacy, being controlling and obsessive. How do you think your boss will react when she sees this?" I study the video more carefully. Something's off about it. The lighting, the angles, the way I'm moving. This is edited, I realize. You splice together different clips to make it look like one continuous event. Linda smiles. "Prove it." She's right. Even if I could prove the video is manipulated, the damage would be done. My company, my reputation, my life, all of it could be destroyed by this fabricated evidence. "What do you want?" I ask again. "I want my life back. I want you to post a public apology admitting that you lied about me, that you manipulated the evidence, that you're the real abuser in our relationship." "And if I don't?" "This video goes to your company, your friends, every social media platform I can find, along with a dozen others I've been saving." She's been planning this for months. Every argument, every moment of frustration, every private conversation. Linda's been recording it all, waiting for the right moment to use it against me. "You have 24 hours, she continues. "Post the apology, or watch your life burn down like you burned down mine. She stands to leave, then pauses. Oh, and Sam? Don't try to contact me directly. All communication goes through my lawyer now. Her lawyer? Linda's escalated this to legal warfare. I sit in the coffee shop for an hour after she leaves, staring at that tablet, trying to figure out my next move. Linda's backed me into a corner, but corners can be dangerous for both sides. That evening, I call the one person I know who might be able to help, my cousin Derek, who works in digital forensics for the FBI. Sam, I heard about your situation through the family grapevine, he says when I explain what I need. Mom's been following the whole drama on Facebook. Great. My extended family is watching my marriage collapse in real time. Can you help me prove this video is fake? Maybe. Send me everything you have, and I'll take a look. But Sam, even if we can prove it's manipulated, your ex-wife could still cause you a lot of trouble. False evidence is still evidence until someone proves it's false. He's right. Linda doesn't need to win in court. She just needs to create enough doubt to destroy my reputation. But Derek's analysis gives me hope. The video is definitely edited, and he can prove it. Timestamps don't match. Lighting changes between cuts, and there are digital artifacts that show where clips were spliced together. Your ex-wife is either really bad at video editing or really desperate, Derek tells me. This wouldn't fool a film student, let alone a forensics expert. Armed with Derek's report, I make my own decision about escalation. I don't post Linda's demanded apology. Instead, I do something she's not expecting. I go nuclear. Friday morning, I file a restraining order against Linda, supported by documentation of her harassment, stalking, vandalism, and now attempted extortion. I also file a complaint with the police for criminal harassment and provide Derek's forensic analysis of her fake video. But that's not the best part. The best part is what I discovered while Derek was analyzing Linda's video. Hidden in the metadata of the files she sent me are the original, unedited clips, all of them, including the ones where Linda talks to herself while setting up the cameras, practicing her victim routine, and explicitly planning to frame me with fabricated evidence. I just need enough footage to make Sam look crazy, she says in one clip. Splice together some clips of him looking through my stuff, make it seem obsessive. The timestamps don't matter, people won't check that closely. In another clip, she's on the phone with someone, probably Erik, discussing their plan. Once I destroy Sam's reputation, I can rebuild my brand as a survivor. Abuse survivor stories get huge engagement. Linda documented her own conspiracy to frame me. I compile everything into a comprehensive package. The harassment evidence, the forensic analysis, the metadata revelations, and Linda's own words condemning her. Then I send it to my company's legal department, the police, and Linda's own lawyer. But I also do something else. Something Linda taught me. I go live. Hi everyone, I say, sitting in my apartment with a cup of coffee and a stack of documents. It's Sam Foster, and I have some updates on my situation with my ex-wife Linda. The viewers flood in immediately. Word has spread that this ongoing drama is better than any reality show. Linda recently tried to extort me with fake video evidence. She demanded that I publicly apologize for exposing her lies, or she would release edited footage designed to make me look abusive and controlling. I hold up Derek's forensic report. Fortunately, I have a cousin who works in digital forensics. This is his analysis of Linda's evidence. It's completely fabricated, edited together from multiple sources, with timestamps altered to support her narrative. The comments are exploding. Linda's getting desperate. Fake evidence? That's illegal. Sam has receipts again. This woman is insane. But here's the really interesting part, I continue. When Linda sent me these fake videos, she accidentally included the original files in the metadata, files that show her planning this entire frame-up job. I play the audio of Linda discussing her plan to destroy my reputation, her voice clearly identifiable. The viewer count hits 5,000, then 10,000. This is going viral in real time. So, Linda, if you're watching, and I know you are, here's my counteroffer. Drop the harassment, drop the fake accusations, drop the stalking, and I won't press criminal charges for extortion, fraud, and filing false police reports. I lean closer to the camera. Or don't. Either way, the truth is out there now. Everyone can see exactly who you are and what you're capable of. I end the stream and sit back, feeling lighter than I have in months. My phone starts ringing immediately. Reporters, bloggers, people wanting interviews. This story has grown beyond just a messy divorce. It's become a cautionary tale about social media, fake evidence, and the dangers of living your life online. But the call I'm waiting for comes that evening. Sam? Linda's voice is small, defeated. We need to talk. Linda wants to meet on the roof of our apartment building. Neutral ground, she calls it, though there's nothing neutral about the woman who's been trying to destroy my life for the past 2 weeks. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday, and I should probably bring backup, but something in Linda's voice during that phone call sounded different. Broken. Like she's finally realized how far she's fallen. I find her sitting on the ledge overlooking the city, her phone propped up on a nearby air conditioning unit. Of course she's streaming. Linda can't have a genuine moment without an audience. Turn it off, I tell her. No. She doesn't look at me. I want everyone to see this, all of it. I check her viewer count, 12,000 people watching. Word has spread that this is the final confrontation, and the internet loves a dramatic conclusion. See what, Linda? What's left to say? She finally looks at me, and I'm shocked by what I see. Linda looks terrible. Her makeup is smudged, her hair is unwashed, and her clothes look like she's been sleeping in them. This isn't the polished influencer I married, or the calculating manipulator who's been harassing me. I lost everything, she says simply. My career, my followers, my money. Rachel kicked me out yesterday. Erik won't return my calls. I have nowhere to go, Sam. The comments on her stream are a mix of sympathy and mockery. This is so sad. You did this to yourself, Linda. Maybe you should have thought of this before. Get help. Team Sam forever. I know, I tell her. You made your choices. Did I? She laughs bitterly. Or did you manipulate me into making them? You knew I was planning to leave, so you set me up. Made me look like the villain when you're the one who destroyed our marriage. Even now, even after everything, Linda can't accept responsibility for her actions. I destroyed our marriage? I sit down on a nearby bench, keeping my distance. Linda, you cheated on me. You planned to humiliate me on social media for content. You lied to your followers, bought fake engagement, and tried to frame me with fabricated evidence. Which part of that is my fault? You were boring, she shouts, and her voice echoes across the rooftop. You never supported my dreams, never understood what I was trying to build. All you cared about was your stupid job and your stupid routines. I paid for everything while you built your career. I never complained about the money you spent, the space you took over, the way our entire life revolved around your content schedule. How is that not supportive? Support isn't just money, Sam. It's believing in someone, encouraging them, being excited about their success. She's not wrong about that. I wasn't excited about Linda's influencer career. I thought it was shallow, temporary, built on nothing substantial. Maybe I should have hidden that better. You're right, I admit, and Linda looks surprised. I didn't believe in what you were doing. I thought it was a phase, something you'd outgrow. I should have been more supportive, or at least more honest about my concerns. The comments are reacting to this unexpected turn. Sam's being too nice. Don't apologize to her. This is manipulation. Finally, some honesty. Linda wipes her eyes, smearing her mascara further. Then why did you have to destroy me? Why couldn't you just let me go quietly? Because you didn't want to go quietly. You wanted to make it a show, remember? You wanted to humiliate me for content, change the locks while streaming it live. You turned our relationship into entertainment, Linda. I just made sure the entertainment was honest. I was scared, she whispers. Scared of being alone, scared of starting over, scared that no one would care about me if I wasn't part of a couple. So you decided to make me the villain in your story. It was easier than admitting I was the problem. The honesty is jarring. For the first time since this whole mess started, Linda sounds like the woman I married instead of the character she's been playing. What do you want from me now? I ask. I want to go back, she says. I want to undo all of this, take back everything I said, make it like it never happened. You can't, Linda. That's not how life works. Then what am I supposed to do? Her voice breaks completely. I have no money, no job, no friends. My family thinks I'm crazy. I can't even get hired at Starbucks because everyone knows who I am. She's right. Linda's viral infamy has made her unemployable in any public-facing job. She's trapped by her own notoriety. You could leave, I suggest. Move to another city, start over with a new name. Plenty of people reinvent themselves. With what money? I spend everything on this stupid revenge campaign. The lawyer, the fake video editing, the harassment materials. I'm broke, Sam. The irony is almost funny. Linda destroyed her life trying to destroy mine, and now she's asking me for help. I could lend you money, I hear myself saying. Enough to get you settled somewhere else. Start fresh. Linda stares at me like I've lost my mind. The comments are going crazy. Don't do it, Sam. She'll just come back. This is a trap. You're too good for her. She doesn't deserve help. Why would you help me? Linda asks. After everything I've done to you? Because despite everything, I don't want to see you homeless. And because maybe if you have a way out, you'll take it instead of continuing this war. Linda looks at her phone, reading the comments from her audience. 12,000 people telling her she doesn't deserve my help, that she should be grateful, that she needs to disappear forever. They hate me, she says quietly. You gave them reasons to hate you. I gave them reasons to hate you too, but you turned it around, made yourself the hero of the story. I didn't make myself anything, Linda. I just told the truth. She stands up, walking closer to the ledge. For a moment, I'm worried she might do something drastic, but she just looks out over the city lights. I used to think this was all temporary, she says. The influencer thing, I mean. I thought it would lead to something bigger. Modeling contracts, brand partnerships, maybe my own show. I thought I was building something real. Maybe you were. Maybe you still could. Not after this. No one's going to work with the crazy ex-wife who faked abuse allegations. I'm toxic now, Sam. Permanently toxic. She's probably right, but I don't say that. So what's your plan? I ask instead. Linda walks back to her phone, looking directly into the camera. I want to say something to everyone who's been following this story, she begins, and her voice is steadier now. Sam's right. About all of it. I cheated on him. I lied about him. I tried to frame him with fake evidence. I turned our relationship into content because I thought drama would make me famous. The comments are slowing down, people actually listening instead of just reacting. I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to destroy a man who never did anything worse than find me boring. And you know what? I am boring. Without the filters and the ring lights and the fake drama, I'm just a 35-year-old woman with no job skills and no real friends. She picks up her phone, bringing it closer to her face. I'm done with all of this. The influencer thing, the revenge campaign, the lies. I'm deleting all my social media accounts after this stream ends. I'm leaving Denver, and I'm never coming back. The viewer count is climbing. 15,000, 20,000. Linda's confession is going viral in real time. Sam offered to help me start over somewhere else, which is more than I deserve after what I've put him through. I'm going to take that help, and then I'm going to disappear. You'll never hear from me again. She looks at me over the phone. I'm sorry, Sam, for all of it. You deserved better than what I gave you, and you definitely deserved better than what I tried to do to you. The apology sounds genuine, but Linda's been performing for so long that I'm not sure she knows the difference between real and fake anymore. I accept your apology, I tell her, and I mean it. Linda ends the stream and immediately starts deleting her social media accounts. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of it disappearing in real time. There, she says when she's finished. Linda Foster, the influencer, is officially gone. We sit in silence for a while, looking out over the city. It's strange being up here with her after everything that's happened. 6 months ago, we might have come up here together to watch the sunset, back when we were still pretending our marriage wasn't falling apart. I'll transfer the money tomorrow, I tell her. 5,000 should be enough to get you settled somewhere new. Thank you, she says quietly. I know I don't deserve it. Maybe not, but I'm not doing it for you, Linda. I'm doing it for me, so I can move on knowing I didn't leave you with nothing. She nods, understanding. Where will you go? I ask. I don't know yet. Somewhere small, somewhere quiet. Maybe I'll get a job in a bookstore or something real, where I actually help people instead of just performing for them. It's a nice fantasy. I hope she can make it work. Linda stands up, gathering her things. I'll be out of Rachel's place by tomorrow night. You won't see me again, Sam. Good luck, Linda. I mean that. She pauses at the roof access door. For what it's worth, you weren't boring. You were stable, reliable, honest. I was too stupid to appreciate that. Then she's gone, and I'm alone on the rooftop with the city lights and the quiet. My phone starts buzzing immediately. The final confrontation is already being clipped, shared, analyzed across every social media platform. Linda's confession and disappearance are going to be talked about for weeks, but for me, it's over. Finally, completely over. I walk back to my apartment, pour myself a drink, and sit down at my computer. There are hundreds of messages waiting for me. Interview requests, job offers, people wanting to turn my story into a book or a movie. I delete them all. Tomorrow, I'll go back to work. Janet called this afternoon to tell me the investigation cleared me completely, and I'm welcome back any time. I'll return to my quiet life, my stable routines, my boring but honest existence. Linda was right about one thing. I am boring. But boring isn't the worst thing to be. Boring means reliable. Boring means trustworthy. Boring means you don't have to perform your life for strangers on the internet. I finish my drink and go to bed, finally able to sleep peacefully for the first time in weeks. The Sam and Linda show is over, and I'm the only one left standing. That's enough of an ending for me.